City Hall, 500 East Main Street, Washington. Andy Miller, prosecutor, Washington State, has the and said she's got the phone to make that attach PDF system to the Andy.Miller@co.Benton, Washington, United States of America, and attach the PDF. K9, which is the straight from Oakland Division in Spokane, Washington. Spokane Administration Office, which is the ATF, FBI, CIA, and the Administration Office for the training compound city of Idaho, which was a compound facility that was broken into and taken down all the administrative officers that were on the compound in Idaho. K9, Mr. So-and-so, this is the administrator, same dog, same breeds, same purebreds, administration office at Gonzaga University in the campus at Big Bank AM and Irrigation. That's the immigration truck at Andy Miller's office. That's Home Depot. Home Depot, I drove the truck all the way from Home Depot all the way to Andy Miller's office, 71172 West Okanagan Place, Kennewick, Washington, 99336. Andy Miller just went to Big Bend Community College backdoor entranceway, and he also went to the administration office here at the library, biggest library there is in Kennewick, Washington. The machetes and also the hard drives and also the software programs for the Columbia Park. It's called the Kennewick Man. Also, the Kennewick Man is molded at 1401 South Baltimore, 1401 South Union. Mueller's Screening Home, that's Jay Mueller, Amy Traeger, Jason Traeger, and also Ryan Fox, Corey Fox, and also administration officers that they had pretending, and that's Amy Mueller, not Amy Traeger, not A.B. Trump, not Jason Trump from Buffalo, New York. Since he transported and go see prostitutes stripping in Buffalo in Manhattan, and a bunch of transient prostitutes, come to find out. Anyways, this is the original dog from Oakland, and that's Spokane, Washington. This is the crossbreed thoroughbred from the administrations from all the war figure dogs in the compound facility of Idaho. And as treasurer, Mr. Crane was issued a check in full amount from U.S. Bank and Chase Bank, Oakland Bank, Sterling Bank, and paying in full concerning the U.S. Bank, Oakland Bank, Chase Bank, and Sterling Bank, and Mr. Senator McCain on the administration office. And that's Lola Vasquez Hernandez, and the administration office with Yakima Reservation. That's Yakima, that's Lola Hernandez from South Dakota, Social Security check. Has a state seal from Gage Boulevard, and also now Ridgeway, which is a ranch and home right across the street from the Social Security office, and the suits across the street. This original dog has a suited vest, bulletproof vest. It's a Cimaron 5IC. It's in a stockpile. She needs a laptop, bag carrier, whatnot, a tactical bag, plated armor, and also Kevlar explosive proof. And that's Tim McVeigh, Ridgeway, and Yates, which was dropping off me at Gonzaga University. Administration office has the manifest, phone records, also driving records, also license tabs, license registration forms, first, last name, and also the annual directory for the archive for transcripts for Kennewick High School. And that's Mrs. Pickle Hall, and Ms. Lamb Weston, and also the Lamb, the Cranes, which is right across the street, and that's Roberta having sex with the owner of the Crane, of Lamson Crane, Budweiser, Miss Budweiser, and Chip, which is next door in Bodacious and Jessica across the street. Some police officer came in there and tried raiding the place and charged him for growing marijuana plants in the living room. And this is Packy. Packy is the next door neighbor, which is the dog that sat in the doghouse next to the shed with all the license plates from Nebraska, Kansas City, and also military class West Point, and also Paris Island. And that's Jason Traeger from New York and Donald Trump. The canine dog has a representative, Carrie from 411 South Balsam, Kevin Furr, at the base insurance company where state patrols are going to be called on December 2nd and December 3rd, picked up by Mr. Hanson, state patrolman. His inquiry on the manifest for all the fuel cards are on my possession, and I'll have it used on the preliminary for affidavits since Sean Logan was taken upstairs at 7112 is going to place into the elevator in front of the scanner, put the scanner, took him into custody upstairs past the child support office on the left-hand side, and also the witnesses, interrogation witness and murder case witnesses, murder prosecutors and commissioner and judges and appellate judges, and of course, the Aryan Brotherhood of white supremacists carrying master wizardry came and testified and said was a black, Negro, white, perfected, Puerto Rican wannabe individual of an quarterback, and that's Senator McCain, that's Patty Murray, and that's Mary Cantwell. And they had the intimidation for threatening to kill the federal judge and Lee Jadwin. And that was the order of upstairs, downstairs, and the basement carried Patty Murray and Ms. Cantwell at Spokane, Washington for bomb threats. And the Navy SEAL Administration Office for their permanent training, combat training, and the training, and the upcoming events. Now, remember, this individual is wanted for murder in the first degree, and he does live here. He's a police officer and a covered agent, and also a chief police department. And this is the dog that will be released on off the chain. And that's 24 hours, 7 days a week. Takes a special dog with very special language capability to serve along with police officers. Police dog for any variety tasks. And those are ambassadors and trained commanders, and also trained public relations opinion local law enforcement community. Rescuing trapped missing people and protecting officers, police, cocaine prevention team, and local community people police department efforts to solve crimes more effectively and efficiently, while scourging criminal activity. Officers and their trained partner team together in the community prevent deteriorating unlawful activities. So every bullet that was on the street, Main Street, is 7 years. Bullet in the chamber is premeditated murder. The backhoe in the case, monocellulose, concretes, and also granite stones and headstones that moderated for the open seals and put a 2x4 sheeting over it, single place, the grave, open casket, closed casket, or cremation or urn, or whatever the case might be, 4 northwest, southeast Warrior Falls. This donation is considerably unique and unusual at 411 South Balsam, 401 South Balsam, City Hall. Administrations over in Kennewick, Pasco, City Hall in Pasco, City Hall in Kennewick, all this administration as they have in Seattle, Tacoma, and Kim Wayman is, and also Madrona, which is population 7,000, just like Othello, Washington. And that's 1835, and that's northeast, and that's the Madrona. And that's Bill Gates' Estates. All the updating upcoming events is going to be right down on the Noogle. Now, if you need any help with the Moses Lake Department's Canine program, there's a generous donation from the community to support citizen business programs of own business owners. And own business owners have every right to have you not carry a gun inside their public facility. So they have the on-call staff members have removed off the property at all times. And that's the liquor containment in San Luis Obispo. San Luis Obispo has a liquor containment area where we remove biomaterial at, let's say, Queensgate, and that's the hammer mill, A building, B building, C building, and also the liquor containment where the meltdown with the altered in glass and shipped into the 18-wheeler trailer and shipped off and transported into San Luis Obispo or Texas, and then into the railroad cars for detainment for liquor waste disposal. And that's the Navy Academy, which has a global series being exposed to liquor activity 7 days a week. And these dogs are in their way, and they do donations, sub-donations. That canine bulletproof vest is just upgraded, had a little deposit for a plate and a deposit for a laptop, and that matter for, and they are in public, and they're out the vicinity, out of the obstacle course here, Highway 2617, and that's RDO, Evergreen, John Deere Evergreen implement. RDO is Franklin County, but the Pogo Lamb is Evergreen implement up first and 26, Highway 26, 17 overpass. And they have the obstacle, great obstacle course and demonstrations have there at the compound facility. Now, the Aryan Brother compound facility is used as a training compound for the FBI CI Academy in Idaho. Anchorage, which are outshoots of the Barela facility. They have a containment unit training compound for the Navy Department, Army Command, RCD, West Pointers, and the administration office. They have corresponding courses that they have for the West Law Court, Thompson Rotors, and also the West Law preparatory in the Academy for the 50 states. They have the Anchorage stop in Anchorage for stop for the rebuttal and trimester for the training facilities, the compound, and they do appreciate your help. The Moses Lake statement report has I am in a person gave attachment statement to these pages. Every attachment statements have been read to me. Known accounts of statement, believe statements are true, accurate account of the facts of in this case. Attached refs go important being part in an affidavit and further understand the statement made further note reflects truly the facts within your knowledge. I understand that affidavit has been used in the court of law, considerably penalty and perjury under the laws of the state of Washington. Apparently he's wanted for murder and perjury and lying in contempt of 7,000 people, among siblings, among other administration officers on I-90. Its population of 80 million people, international airport touchdown, Mr. Melania Trump and Donald Trump. And that's a Bakken Ganja at Marriott, Davenport, and also the Canada states, and also golf courses states, and then call it the post office here in West Richland, and a post office in Canada. And that's the Kodiak. These dogs are very responsible and they're very quiet, and they have canine teeth. Their growth spurts are the 6 months, and the capabilities within 10 years is on their durations of the patches and the carriers of Yates and Ridgway, and Mr. Manson at Walla Walla, and Mr. Of course, he was a Volkswagen driver, and he was a premeditated murderer, and that was man in Columbia River, mighty Columbia River, Ted Bundy. And he went to Kennewick High School, and he also went to Seattle, and he also went to school with Bill Gates and Annie Miller. And there's your affidavit for truth and violence, perjury, for lying, committing perjury, and jury selection. You talk to police officer, caught the police officer, any duty jury, you're booted out completely and never ever come back, ever back on the base or the campus ever again. These cornflakes here is the best can be right off the grain import off the Blue Bridge Cable Bridge, and that's the mighty Columbia merging with Oregon State. Billions and billions of Vista utility pipelines were imploded and busted and had to be repaired, connected to Cimaron 5IC. All the hubs are located. Connected to Cimaron 5IC by Vista Utility Mission, connected to the Grunt Towers. There's Grunt Towers on Facebook, YouTube. Connected to Kaiser Retirement Nuclear Plant, is connected to the back generator, and is connected to Canada. Grunt Towers for the nuclear power containment, and all the dams are connected for the turbines. Wallula, Burbank, and Dodge Road in Boise Cascade, 1,000 upon 1,000 acres of trees made to make checks and made to make print money for all casinos. And that's Davenport Hotel, Toppenish, and also Caldwell, the biggest oil company in the world, including Saudi Arabia, called Aramco. Now, Aramco got kicked out of here, same with Chevron got kicked out of here. State patrolmen's at the table, there's about 90,000 state patrolmen sitting down at the table bistros with co-witness, coefficients, and we just send a swipe Chase Banking, US Bank, and Chase Banking to your account. That's $35 million. There's a lot of administration officers that had nothing to do with the individual that corresponded, fabricated and carrying a body bag in the back of his vehicle, taken to 210 West Broadway. Then he litigates and sits out in the parking lot of Loaders. And he comes in the back here and sits there and plots how he's going to get in the backhoe, get in the cremator, and then come in a graveyard shift and come out and pull out in the administration office and have an administration officer have a code sign for his a dead body at the mortuary or the cremator and have it flushed down the toilet. It's pretty nice, huh? That's Jay Mueller and Amy Mueller. Amy Traeger, Amy Mueller, Corey Fox, Ryan Fox, and also the administration office, of course, of Watchdog Willards. Gangbanger Gilbert Loretta, taken to Sun Stables Moses Lake. We'll point out the leader of the gangbangers of 18th, 13th, 14th Street, Mr. Chile. I'm sure they moved the options better so no conviction be sorted out at the duration of time since their testimony was falsified for public defender council members and also judges and lawyers that come in here and have their motivations for spotted classes that they weren't in places they were never at, and they're never naming witnesses because they were never there. They use a paper, use a fabric, uses a shield. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. So I'll attach this PDF. I'll put this in swipe, so, and the fuel cards and the abstract manifest for the driver's department vehicles, and that's the which is on file.